crew, which I don't know how much of it is our morning crew. It seems like we're on a rotating basis here. A couple of things I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, Chris, how's it going?
Going all right. Didn't have the best start to the week, but looking to put that in the rear view. Got a good card today. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. You got the some great matchups in the NBA, solid college hoops card, big NHL card. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
How about you, Jay? How's it going?
Money making Tuesday. Um, I had one play officially yesterday. I had the Pacers. Halliburton probably had his worst game of the season. Um, when that happens, well, the Halliburtons, they're probably not going to win or recover. So, that happened. I should have had in there the money line we all discussed on the show. I should have had it. I should have put it in there. I don't know why I didn't. I'm mad at myself for that. But shout out Mississippi Valley State, man. Shout out them boys. Money making Tuesday, though. Like Chris said, huge card today. NBA, NHL, solid college hoops. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's like Mississippi Valley State. It's kind of Ron said it on Saturday. Jay and I both kind of just latched onto it and definitely worked out for us. For me, it was like watching these games and the amount of games that I watch. It's like sometimes it pays off, sometimes it bites me in the ass because I think oh man, these guys are gonna get it done. Like they looked like they were just on the verge last time. But the one where it really paid off for me was that West Virginia against Kansas State because West Virginia played Iowa State on Saturday, and it was the exact same game. And they were down like 25 points. They came roaring back, got all the way to the lead, only to blow it, but to still cover pretty easily. And that's exactly what happened. So, like, when they took the lead, my wife was like, they're going to win it outright. I'm like, no, no, they're not. It's like, I just saw this exact same game they're going to lose. And of course, they managed a way to lose, but still covered the spread pretty comfortably in that one. So we caught the halftime line on that one as well. So it was a nice one. But I want to thank you guys all for the comments about the pacing of yesterday's show. Boy, it's just really a lot of happy people out there about the way that we paced that one yesterday, Jay. It's like we only had a few NBA games and, it took us, an hour and 38 minutes to get through them. But, it's kind of what we do here. And, if you're new here, well, that's what it is. And that's why we have the bookmarks in the comment in the description. So this way, if watching the whole show isn't your thing, you can just go right to those bookmarks and get right to the picks of each individual game. But yeah, I thought it was a solid pace, and I appreciate all the kind words of all you guys out there who know we're more than just some pick site. Like some of the other guys out there just go out there and spew statistics that you can get anywhere. Post up some flashy graphics, which we could do too if we wanted to. I can do that. Anyways, yeah, I was thinking also, man, I get a lot of emails from people that want to join the team. Like whenever I put out the open invitation and tell people, hey, I'm gonna, if you want to join the team, this is the best way to do it. It's always crickets. But then it's always out of the blue, and especially like around March Madness, right? And like Super Bowl, NBA playoffs that'll happen. It's like always around after the hard work, after the heavy lifting's done, right, is when you start to get these people that all want to join the team. But I think going forward, the way I'm going to do it to join the team, unless we do a Capra contest, which I'm not planning on doing anytime soon, is I think I'm going to let these guys decide. Like the guys who are exclusive at Pick Dogs, I'm going to let them decide. Who's going to join the team, and then I'll make the decision if they stay or not. As they're here. And I think that that's more it because I think we're a team here at Pick Dogs, and it's like I'd rather have guys that fit in with what we do and how we do things. I think people get hot, people get cold. I think our guys are better than all the other guys out there. But people win and lose. It's all part of it. So sending me a couple of tickets and throwing your losers on the ground, that's certainly not going to do it. For me. But if you do want to join the team, tell us what makes you different. And if you think it's finding value in the lines or something, yeah, we all do that, man. Right? Mix underdogs and favorites. You ever do that, Chris?
A couple times here and there.
Jay, you ever mix underdogs and favorites and look for value in the line? It's like, we already do that. I'm talking about something different. Like Jay, jam session. It's like, he's his own brand, and Chris, can crank through videos like that and writes free pick articles and still does his handicapping, or some of the other guys that we have. It's like, or if you come from another website where you've done it before on another website and you have a serious track record and a following, those are more the people that we're interested in. People that have their own YouTube channels or, have had some success there. And even those guys that I'm not even sure would get along all that well with us. We don't always play well with others. Don't have the best reputation for that. Chris.
It was one time, okay? It was one time. I pushed a kid out of a sandbox, okay?
That dog bites. I'm on Syracuse. I'm on Air Force. Am who you like for the Syracuse game. Good call on Bethune-Cookman. Whoever said UT. I don't know what's going on there. It looks like a lot of talk about yesterday. Can't make money off yesterday, man. Unfortunately. Unless we have the playbook, right, from Back to the Future. I have a shirt with that on it somewhere.
I seen somebody in that car actually the other day.
In the DeLorean from Back to the Future?
Yes. I couldn't believe it. It was a young kid too. It's probably like 22.
The actual car or just the DeLorean?
The DeLorean.
I've seen the actual car.
It was silver.
Yeah.
It looked just.
They all were silver. So DeLoreans, they were out on the road. They were regular, like, not. It wasn't like a Chevy or anything, but they were out there. They were stainless steel. They were out there, man.
I remember. I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, DeLoreans were out there. The gull wing doors, man. It's like, yeah, they were there for sure. Chris, what do you like better, the gull wing doors or suicide doors? Big fan of suicide doors.
Yeah, I'm partial to the suicide doors.
How about you, Jay? You like the suicide doors?
I like suicide doors too.
Man, you get like a nice big ass car with suicide doors, man.
It's not fun when you whack your head off the door though when you're getting out of the car. I'll tell you that much.
Because you don't know, because you forget that it goes that direction.
Yeah, you forget that it's there and just.
Anyway, it's got a pretty big card today, so I don't know. It's probably going to take us a little while. Yeah, those are the couple of things I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I get emails all the time, and it's like, I mean, it's so hard. Like the stuff that people send me to work with, it's like not even like a Twitter account or an Instagram or a Facebook. I mean, nothing. I want to join your team. I love it. It's like, I mean, I've found people that way before. It's like people have contacted me and I've hired them. You catch me in the right mood, I do it. But you catch me in the wrong mood and you give me nothing to work with. It's like, oh man, it's like I'm not going to go digging around the internet trying to find out stuff on you. That's for sure. I don't have time for that. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of people out there that want to do it, and I think there's a lot of people out there that when push comes to shove, I already know what happens. When you bring in people that don't have the experience or don't really want it. It's not fun for me, Not fun for me. Chris, you ever see people that come on board that don't make it, or has that ever happened here at Pick Dogs?
A couple times.
Couple times. Like 40 to 50 times.
Sorry, did I say a couple? I meant a couple dozen.
I meant a lot. Yeah. It's been a while, right? It's like we've had the same crew for a while together.
Yeah, we found that perfect blend.
Perfect blend. All right, well, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about today. See what is going on. There's a bunch on the board in college and the NBA. We'll start with the NBA, and we will. Let's see what we got. I have so many things going on my desk with all this stuff. I can't even keep track of it all. It's like I don't even know where the best place to put this up is anymore. All right, we'll just go right here. And college hoops. Or no, NBA. We got the Mavericks and the Cavaliers going at it in Cleveland. Chris, the Mavericks came out of the break hot and did not look so good last time out against the Pacers.
No, they did not. And I'm struggling here, but I think I have to revoke Trash Panda status for one more game. I'm going to take a shot on the Mavs here, plus the 4.5. All the names that I'm seeing that I need to see in the lineup are listed as probable for this game. The Cavs haven't been playing much better themselves out of the break. They're 0-5 against the number of their last 5. And I just think this is going to be a close game. I think the Mavs have a shot to win it outright, so give me the Mavs and the points.
Word for word, bar for bar with Ruffolo. Yeah, I already knew that, though. I'm on my Mavs today. I think we win the game. I think we're the better team. I know the Cavs have the better record, but, I mean, they're in the East, where the gap between the Celtics and the Cavs, who are the 2 seed, is bigger than the gap in the West from 1 through 8. Think about that. That's insane. So the 4 games up that the Cleveland Cavs are on the Mavs, I don't think really means anything in the grand scheme of things. I know the Cavs also beat my Mavs here in Dallas earlier this season. That was a different Mavs team. That wasn't the Mavs that it is right now. And I know they didn't look that great on the road in the last one, but in the grand scheme of things, Dallas on the road, that's been where you can trust them to hoop and play their best basketball. It's kind of weird, but when you look at the numbers, that's the case. Cleveland, like Roof said, 0-5 against the number. They've been terrible. Plus 150 for me, 155, wherever you can get it on the Mavs.
I'm taking the Mavs on the money line as well. I'm with Jay. I think the Cavs have come out a little flat from the break. The Mavs, I think, coming off that game against the Pacers. Chris said, the Mavs have been, he acted like the Mavs were cold out of the break. Really, that was the only cold game they've had. They were hot going in and they were hot coming out. And they ran into Halliburton, and that's happened to a lot of teams this season. We saw that with the in-season tournament as well, where teams just, nothing you can really do about it. I don't think they played really badly in that game. Most of the game they were in it until the last 10 minutes where they just kind of got run out of the building. I think that, I don't agree with Jay necessarily on that West-East thing, but, we'll see how it all shakes out.
It's the truth, though.
Oh, no. As far as it goes like that, it's the truth. But I don't even think the Celtics are the team to beat in the East. The team to beat in the East is the team that's covered 7 games in a row. And it's like that is the team to beat. The team that it goes through. In order to be the man, you got to beat the man. And the Celtics haven't proved that they can do that in a meaningful situation.
That's fair.
So
we'll see.
Because, the Heat have not had like the run, like that they've been in. Last year they weren't good all season long either, and they made it all the way to the finals. The other time when they made it into the finals in the bubble year, they were a 4 seed. So it's like it's not like they need to be at the top of the pack to go there. They don't play that. They play a style that travels well. They turn it into an uglier game, and then as the other team is caught in the mud, all of a sudden they light you up. And I think that's what the Heat have done, and that's the way they look right now. We haven't seen this team 100% healthy until the last, few weeks. And look at them. It's like no one's going to beat these guys in the East. Nobody. No chance. Not a chance. Not a chance in the world. Got the Wayne Scotts, the Orlando Magic taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets 9-point dogs in this thing. It's opened at 10. The Nets, I don't know, Jay, what do you think of this thing?
I think this is a double revenge spot at home, at the crib. I think it's a terrible spot for Brooklyn on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. I'm laying it here with the Orlando Magic, the Wayne Scotts, the second best ATS team in basketball. I'm well aware that the Nets have kicked the crap out of the Magic in both meetings this season. They beat them both times by double digits, like 20 points. But we know the Nets, man. They're the sharpest falling knife there is. A win over the Memphis Hustle doesn't do it for me. Now, if they come out here and compete tonight, we might got to look at them through a different glass. But everything I look at here tells me the Magic are head and shoulders the better team. I think they're actually motivated to kick the crap out of the Nets tonight, and I think that's exactly what they do with the rest advantage. Give me Orlando at home at the crib.
I like Orlando too. I don't think I see Bridges going for another 42 like you did to him last time. Especially, they're the ones on the back end of the back-to-back here. The back-to-back at this time of the season is a little bit different. We saw the Pacers last night on the back end of a back-to-back, and a little bit different story. We're kind of at that 60-plus game mark. Really 20 games left to go in the regular season. So, I don't know. I think the Magic, if they're going to be a playoff team and a team that even makes noise in the playoffs, they got to win games like this. These have to be an afterthought.
Yep.
Magic for me. Chris?
Yeah, Magic for me as well. Tough spot to back the Nets. The Magic 10-3 against the number as a home favorite. The Brooklyn Nets were the worst teams in the NBA on the second half of a back-to-back this season. 2-5-1 against the spread. Yeah, it's just hard to get on the Nets here with that double revenge spot at home. So give me the Magic as well.
Got the Wizards hosting the Warriors. The Warriors did take a step backwards losing to the Nuggets, but I think losing to the Nuggets in a matchup like that in a TV game and all that stuff, it's like it happens, and it's going to happen to a lot of teams. And, I just think that in this case, I just think that, for me, the Warriors, when they're rolling downhill like that, it just seems that they, I know it's a big number. I know it's on the road, but they've been really good against the number on the road this season. And the reason why is because when Curry's shooting threes the way that he's shooting threes, it can get away from you in a hurry. And I think that's what we're going to see in this one. I just think that the Warriors just playing too good. And it's just, I've watched, I do all those videos, and, we all do on this show. We all do a lot of videos. So we all really keep tabs on these teams very, very closely in a statistical basis. And I think when you look at the Warriors' three-point shooting, it just keeps getting better and better and better and better and better. And it's like, it's not where other teams want to be. The Warriors have done it different ways. In the Durant era, it was one way. But before that, it was all about the Splash Brothers. And I think they're going back to that. They know they can do it, man. I think this is one of those situations where I think the Warriors are number 10 in the West. Man, you don't want to let these guys in the door. You let them in the door, man. It's like you're asking for trouble. They could be the 8 that knocks, they could be the 10 that knocks off the 1 this time around. The Nuggets know that. That's why they knew it was so important to beat them. But I'm going to take the Warriors. What if it's the Timberwolves that are the number 1 and they have to take on? Oh boy, I could see it happening already, man. I could already see it happening. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I got to be there with you on this one. It's just that the Wizards, they played their better basketball from a cover perspective on the road. They're still 9-18 against the number at home this season. This should be a runaway for Golden State, just to bury the Wizards here. So give me Golden State laying the wood on the road.
I'm with you guys. I don't know if I'm betting it though. If there's no way in hell I'm taking the Wizards. I'm not doing that. So it's Warriors or pass for me here. Am I over enthused with laying double digits on the road with the Warriors? I'm not. Are they a better ATS team on the road? Yes. If this line was like 8.5, I'd be all over it. At the double digits, I'm a little nervous. So Golden State, not rushing to the window for it though.
You guys want to post your picks from yesterday, man? I'm going to block you. Is what's going to happen. Do not care about your picks from yesterday. Sorry. I was 4-0 yesterday. I didn't even mention it once, but I was in my premiums. Mine were documented. I'm not talking about it after the fact. I hate that, man. I hate people that talk about yesterday. Like that's going to help anybody. we're here to beat the books today, man. That's what it's all about. Congrats on your win. It's like I won yesterday. You know what I did with that money? It's already back in action on today's games, man. Yeah, I had 750 on West Virginia. I had another 750 in the half. Second half. I hit it twice. And it's like I didn't bet too big on it, but I did like that one. Wasn't even my play of the day. Oh man. Everyone go through this one? Jay, you're up. Did it?
No, I did it.
All right. Oh man, the Atlanta Hawks coming off the home win against Magic at home now against the Utah Jazz, who they stink on the road. We know that 9-20 straight up, but 13-16 against the number on the road. So there's a little bit of room, as they say at Starbucks. Chris, what do you think? You want room? A little bit of room.
I can't believe I'm doing it again. Taking the Atlanta Hawks. It's just so hard to get on the Utah Jazz on the road. A lot of those covers came when they were catching bigger numbers than what they are here. I know the Hawks are still missing Trae Young, but didn't seem to matter against Orlando with that big second half. And the Utah Jazz, I kept getting burned by them on the road, and I think the Hawks get it done at home. But yeah, I'm not rushing to bet this thing.
Smart man, Roof. Finally, welcome to the dark side. I'm on the Hawks too, man. I've been on these boys, man. I'm rocking with the Hawks. They played well last game against who they played. What was that? I forgot. Pull it up. It was Orlando. That's who it was. Kicked the crap out of Orlando.
Kicked the shit out of them. But Banchero didn't play in that game.
True. It was my play of the day that day. I know the numbers are terrible for Atlanta at home. The numbers are terrible for Utah on the road as well. Hey, I like what I saw. This one just comes down to if the Hawks play like they played that last game, this is gonna sound off the wall. I kind of like how they look without Trae Young. Without the ball in Trae Young's hands. DeJounte Murray kind of running the offense, kind of having a different look. Hawks felt kind of good for an extended amount of game. Now, Trae Young's having an amazing season. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe the morale was a little higher with him off the floor. Guys got more looks, opportunities, and you can kind of see it on their face late in that game as they started to hoop. I don't trust the Jazz on the road. I don't. Look how many times the Jazz have been not only beat, but aired out on the road. I think the Jazz might have as many double-digit road losses as anybody in the NBA. I'm on Atlanta here. Let's do it, Hawks. Come on. Let's get it done.
I'm taking the Jazz. What did Trae Young ever do to you, Jay?
I like Trae Young.
It's like, Trae Young must have done something to Jay that hates him like this. It's like, this is what people say. I mean, this is what they say because you say something like they're playing better without him. It's like, which they are. They are playing better without him. But Trae Young must have done something to Jay. Must have taken the last donut out of the box or something. I'm taking. No,
that's what he did to me. That's what he did to me, not Jay. He did that to me.
I'm taking the Jazz against the points. Just Jazz with the points. Basically, just the numbers say this because the Jazz, they cover on the road more than the Hawks cover at home, and the Hawks covered at home last time. So I know they strung together a couple home covers the last time they had a home cover, but they also strung together a lot of non-covers at home. This is not a game I'm betting. It's got a massive card here and a massive college hoops card. So I only bet 4 NBA games. I bet 4 of the NBA games, and I bet so far. I might bet a couple more, and I bet 8 of the college games.
I got 4 now too, and I might add some more too. We'll see.
Yeah, I put a dozen picks in just to get the day started. Chris is like, you got a dozen, you gotta have the baker's dozen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why not? We don't have that much college hoops left to go. I mean, next month at this time on the 29th, it's going to be slim pickings, man. It'll be second round of the tournament. There'll only be 16 teams left a month from now. We'll be like 30 pounds heavier from our trip to Vegas, but that's besides the point. Got the Celtics taking on the Sixers. This is a classic matchup, but of course the Sixers not playing well, and the Celtics, well, I know Chris likes to call the Mavericks the trash pandas, but I got to say the Celtics at home, man, are certainly no bargain whatsoever, man. They are straight ass at home as far as the number goes. Who's up? Is it Jay? No, it's Jay.
It's a tough one, fellas. It's a tough one.
I could actually, there's a lot of YouTube comments criticizing my Sixers pick, and I could actually almost make a case that they're right, but I'm not wavering. The fact that there is all those comments makes me like the Sixers even more,
Yeah. I'm Boston. I'm probably not going to bet this game. Boston is head and shoulders the better team. Philly couldn't do anything at home, so what makes me think they're going to do something on the road? We just saw the Celtics kick the crap out of the Knicks. If the Celtics come out here and want to play basketball, they're going to win this game by 15 plus. The thing is, I could see the Sixers going stupid, dummy, try hard in this game today on TNT and sneaking in the back door and possibly losing by 9. You know what I mean? I could see this being one of them games where the Celtics are up for most of the game and the Sixers barely sneak in the back door. So on that is why I'm probably not going to bet it. I feel like the right side is Boston, even laying this huge number. But we know Boston ATS at home hasn't been the greatest. It's a tough one. I'm leaning Celtics. Probably not going to bet it.
I'm taking the Sixers just out of pure hatred of Jason Tatum. Think that, what we'll probably see is he'll, score like 40 points in the first half, be like, patting himself on the back so hard that he'll stub his toe or something, miss the second half, and Celtics will end up not covering. I think what we'll probably see at the end of the game is a lot of Celtics bench players, and I think that's, the Sixers might get competitive there. I don't know. I think the Sixers are not playing well. I think there's still a bunch of professional NBA players, and I think the Celtics are the most overrated team in the entire NBA. So I'm going to take them.
How do you think that, Mitch? They have, never mind. I know how you think that, but still.
Because when they play teams with winning records, they don't cover the spread? Or because when pushes come to shove, when they had the 7-game homestand, they went 4-3 straight up and 1-6 against the number? Maybe something like that. Maybe that had something to do with it.
They have the best record in the NBA by 5 games, though.
Yeah, but that's what teams do. They're really good in the regular season, and then when it comes to crunch time, when you play against, all right. So the Celtics have had the best record in the NBA during the regular season. They've also been one of the healthiest teams. Look at a lot of these other teams, that have been banged up, like the Miami Heat, like the Suns, like a lot of these other teams. That's certainly the teams you got to beat, man. And I'll tell you what. I think if they do make it to the finals and they play the Nuggets, it's 4-1, man. It's 4-1, if not a sweep. It's like they got no chance. It's like, why would you want a team there that has 0 chance of winning? I mean, zip. I mean, the odds on the series, like with the Nuggets and the Celtics, the best thing that would happen is if the Celtics do make it to the finals, we might get even money on the chicken nuggets. But after game 1, man, that'll be long gone, man. Long gone. So it's like it would be one of the most savage. You'd see like probably the Celtics might win like their first game in Boston or something, but you would see like 39-point Nugget wins in that series, and just like what the Heat did to them last year, just pasted them, beat them up, chewed them up, spit them out, got physical with them, took it to the body. Let Jaylen Brown shoot all day long. You don't got Marcus Smart to blame anymore. Send his ass out of here. Him and his green hair. It's
Blue, you're going to Memphis.
Like, they trade it. They get rid of Marcus Smart. It's like, yeah, but I got the green hair, man. It's like...
It's like your parting gift has blue hair dye in it. The exit interview, they slide the box of blue hair dye across the desk.
Dennis Rodman said that hurt like crazy when he used to dye his hair all those different colors. He said it hurt like mad, like when he did that. I don't know anything about it. I've never done it, but Rodman always said it hurt like crazy. He said it was painful, like the leopard pattern. That was my favorite. It's everybody's favorite, right? The leopard pattern. It's the best. The worm. Yeah, Sixers all day. Money line. Got Knicks hosting the Pelicans. Knicks, man, last time out. I'll say it, man. I'll say it for you.
Was that a foul?
I mean, it was a horrible call, but it's like it doesn't even matter. The fact that you're in that type of game against the Pistons as an 11-point favorite,
Sure.
I mean,
That's a good point.
it's like, screw you, Knicks.
Good point.
You're going nowhere also. You're going to get busted up by the Heat also. It's like, you're going nowhere, man. The Knicks, you know, to their defense, they have a lot of injuries. You know, we'll give them that. Even though, you know, well, we'll stop there. But trash ass Knicks, man.
Paolo Banchero, present at shoot-around.
Smoking a joint on the sideline, eating a bag of Doritos. He's present. Seen wearing sunglasses inside, eating a bag of Doritos.
That's the life.
No, the Pistons have been covering spreads and all that other stuff, but the Pistons were on a back-to-back in that game, too. And it's like, they should have... The Pistons, I mean, they've been covering spreads and all that stuff. But usually, yeah, you see the Pistons, a team that's been covering a lot of spreads, and they come into a game like that, and all of a sudden they're an 11-point dog. You figure the spread's trying to tell you something, like they're really looking for Piston action, which they didn't get from me. But that's all we're saying is we lost and we're bitter, and it's okay. Yep. You know, I'm not a good loser. I'm not like, oh, well, good game. You know, it's like, screw that, man. I want my money back. It's like,
them damn Knicks.
Good game. Well, at least it was a good game. That's
Chris,
like,
on Zion, is he in? Is he out?
I've been looking. Let me see if I can see something.
That's what I need to know. I can't see really. He might be in tonight.
He's still listed as questionable. CJ McCollum listed as questionable. Zion spotted at shoot around with a cheeseburger.
Andrew Bynum spotted at shoot around wearing a walking boot. It's like he's not even in the league. Yeah, but he still wears the boot.
Andrew Bynum's got the Funko Pop with the walking boot. Zion Williamson's got the cheeseburger.
I've been to LA one time in my life. And the one celebrity I saw in LA was Andrew Bynum. And he had the walking boot on.
I used to see him in Vegas at the fights. He always had the walking boot.
I was like, I forgot. I was probably like 12. Yeah, on the boot. Yep.
Who's the tall guy in the walking boot? Oh, Bynum. I'm up. Pelicans, Knicks. Yeah, I'm taking the Pelicans, front end of the back-to-back for the Pelicans. And I think this is actually the easier game for them. I'm going to take if the Knicks were at full strength, I would take them to bounce back, but they're not. I don't know. The Pelicans, the Knicks have a little bit too good of a record for the teams that the Pelicans normally beat, but at the same time, they are banged up. I'm just going to take the Pelicans here. I don't love it. I'm not overly confident.
Yeah, I'm not overly confident either. Sexy pick. Give me the under. I think it's another first 100 wins. I think that's what the Knicks have to do if they want to win this game, just with how banged up they are. They want to win this game, they got to resort to defense. And it's second half of the back-to-back. And if the Pelicans win this one comfortably, it's probably going to be because the Knicks couldn't break 100 points themselves. So, give me the under.
I don't love this game either. If I were to bet it, I would probably take the Knicks home dog. The injuries for New Orleans concern me. New Orleans looked terrible. How the hell you lose to the Bulls? I can't just ignore that happened. I had the Pelicans that day. And to lose at home to Chicago is disgusting. So I lean Knicks. I know they looked pretty bad last night too, and off that emotional game, whatever the hell that was. I'm leaning Knicks. Probably not gonna bet it.
Hate that game. Hate it. Got the House of Disappointment, the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Wembies. 13.5 points, man, in this game. It's like, that is a big number. Chris?
Yeah, it is a big number. I'm going to lean towards the Spurs and the points. This is a Minnesota team that does play their best basketball at home. It's still a young team that I think is still trying to get used to winning games this high of a clip. And even then, they're 20-6 at home, but still 15-11 against the number. The Spurs have done a decent job covering on the road, almost a 500 team against the spread, despite a 6-26 record. So I think the Spurs. I mean, last time they faced off, the Spurs beat these guys, and earlier this season they faced off in Minnesota. The Spurs covered both meetings, so give me the Spurs plus the points here.
I'm on San Antonio as well. I think this is going to be a typical House of Disappointment style game. They're going to be up 20.
No.
At one point in this game, I remember like, what the heck, bro? Damn. And then you're going to blink, and they won the game by 9 in typical House of Disappointment fashion. It's too many times I've tried to think that, oh, yeah, this is a good spot for the Timberwolves to blow out a bad team. And they come out, start blowing them out. You're like, yes, circle this one. This one's done. And you realize it's the Timberwolves. And you realize they earned the nickname the House of Disappointment for a reason. For these style games, I want the points. Give me San Antonio.
I'm going to take the Timberwolves in this one. I think that they have the size to match up, and take Wemby out of this thing. I think they team up on him and hit him low. I'm gonna take the Timberwolves. They're the better team, and they'll play defense, and they got young guys too. And I think the Spurs, they've been getting a lot of points covering some spreads, but I just don't like this spot. I hate taking the Timberwolves. I mean, these guys. I mean, they were the team that roasted me for like 8 years running, but I'm used to getting betting on the Timberwolves. It hurts a little less. We got the Bulls taking on the Pistons. The Bulls double-digit favorites, man, at home against the Pistons, who were on the front end of the back-to-back covering against the Knicks. They're mad. Jay?
Give me the Bulls. I think this is the first time they've been favored by double digits all season, but I feel like they kicked the crap out of bad teams. Pistons off the emotional loss yesterday, on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. on an extended road trip as well because like they only been home. They probably went home for the All-Star break, but they ain't played at home in quite a minute except for that game in Orlando. I think the Bulls kicked the crap out of them. Simply, I'm taking Chicago.
I'm on the Bulls as well. The Bulls live at the 500, 3 games below 500. So they got the Cavs in town tomorrow night. So they got to win this one. I think tomorrow is one of those games where they lose and cover in Bulls fashion. But I think tonight, I think they own the Pistons. I mean, they own them in Chicago as favorites. I think it was on my 7 free picks this morning. Let me see if my card is around somewhere. Let's see, is it on here? Knicks, Heat. Nope. Oh, this is yesterday. Bethune-Cookman. Anyways, yeah, I'm taking the Bulls. I'm laying the big number. Chris.
Yeah, it's a lean for the Bulls for me here. I don't know. Part of me wonders if that'll actually wake the Pistons up. They'll play a little bit ticked off. I don't know. I just have a hard time laying double digits with the Bulls. I mean,
mad.
They are the better team.
Better at what? Better at what? Exactly.
Yeah, true. I don't know what this
really is the question here.
This is true, actually. Now that it came out of my mouth, I don't know what to do with it.
Better team. Better at what? Talking about. We got more games. We got the Bucks taking on the Hornets. They canceled this one. Would anybody notice? Who's up? Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Hornets all day and twice on Thursday. I Tuesdays, whatever. I love fading Doc Rivers coach teams, and I'm just going to continue to ride. I don't care. Doc to the rescue. He ain't rescuing nothing. It's like, we got news for you. The Bucks going to be another first-round exit from the playoffs, just like last year. Stink. Take it. I'm on the Hornets. We're playing inspired basketball.
They have been, but I've also been steamrolled by the Bucks in 2 meetings this season. I think we did the same thing when the Hornets last played the Bucks. They say now Doc Rivers, blow it for them, and they came out and won by 36. Milwaukee just crushes the Hornets. I'm going to take the Bucks here. This is one of the few spots where I'll back them. Charlotte Hornets are terrible. I know they've been playing their better basketball before the break, but give me the Bucks here.
What are you trying to say?
There's only so much room for taking terrible ATS teams in a day. I already got the worst ATS team in basketball, the Atlanta Hawks. So I cannot then turn around and lay 14.5 with the second worst ATS team in basketball, the Milwaukee Bucks. I just can't do that. The third worst ATS team in basketball is the Charlotte Hornets. Technically, they have the same record, ATS, 22-34. Milwaukee's 22-34-1 against the number. The difference here is one I'm getting 14 with, the other I'm laying it with. Has Milwaukee looked like a different team coming out of the break? Yes. Have they kicked the living crap out of the Hornets all season? Yes. But are the Hornets not playing the best basketball we've seen this team play all season? I think so. And I think they do enough to get the cover here. Milwaukee wins it. They don't cover. Same Milwaukee. I'm not finna lay 14.5. That's what I'm not finna do. I think they're back to being now overvalued. It took 2 games for the books to be like, all right, here we go. Let's overvalue Milwaukee again.
More importantly, what do you think of this?
I'm on Charlotte.
New thumbnail? Yeah, for Costi. It's to me, it's a little on the dark side. It's a little, the background's a little dark. You could use a spray of a sunbeam or something. but more importantly, in the suit, think about all the material we're gonna get. It's like, I love the material. It's like, do you have a matching merce for that or man purse? I don't even give him merce.
He's got the holsters underneath
What
the
color?
jacket.
What color man purse do you wear with that outfit?
That's a great question.
It is a good question. We'll be sure to remember it for Friday. Chris, write that down. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's weird. It's double. Huh, that was weird, right? Hey, did you see the thing that the guy sent with the tattoo? What do you think of that?
That was hard.
I like it, man. We could use that for something. I liked it. I definitely like it. I like our regular pick dogs, but I think I kind of like that even a little better. Gotta say.
I think I still like the original better, but I think it's a cool alternate.
Yeah, it's a good alternate. It could be like our alternate jerseys, kind of like our, for the neck tats.
It's our City Connect.
Yes.
City Connect.
Los Serpientes.
Better than the sorry ass yellow Boston.
That's the gang he was in.
Los Serpientes. I do like it though. Nice. Super talented. Got the Thunder Buddies taking on the Rockets. 10 o'clock Eastern time start on this thing.
Yeah, that is kind of weird because these are two central teams. So you would think they would be in that 7 o'clock window. But the reason it isn't this 9 o'clock window is because it's a national televised game. These boys are on TNT tonight. So we'll see Shaq, Ernie, and the crew glazing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander tonight, trying to explain to the viewers why he's better than Luka Doncic. Like, bro, stop it. I am Shai's biggest fan. We all love the Thunder Buddies, and I get it. He's been hooping, but he's not better than Luka, bro. Like every year, y'all try to give me somebody that's better than Luka. It was Devin Booker. Now it's Shai and Anthony Edwards. Like, can we respect the first team All NBAs from Luka Doncic? Can we do that, please? Can we just? There's levels to this shit. Now, is Shai ahead of Luka in the MVP consideration for this season? In the grand scheme of things, yeah, maybe. But you got to remember, the Mavs are really banged up. The Thunder have been extremely healthy all season. So I would pump the brakes on the MVP talk a little bit. It's probably going to go to Jokic anyway. But hearing this one, all right, let me get off my soapbox. Hearing this one's easy. This is a layup. Thunder Buddies for life. Houston, we have a problem. The Houston Rockets, what have they been all season? On the road, a straight fade. At home, a money-making machine. I messed up. I took the Houston Rockets at home in that last one the other day. Thought they were going to at least compete, and they did for 3 quarters until the Thunder said, yeah, bro, we're done playing with y'all. We're head and shoulders better than you. We're going to thump you. And that's exactly what they did. And now, if the Rockets couldn't compete at home where they usually do, what the hell makes me think that they're going to do it on the road where they're always ass in a national televised game where the Thunder can flex to the whole world how good they are? I love the Thunder. Y'all know that. And it's Thunder Buddies for life. They're going to blow out the Rockets. I'm laying the points.
I'm on the Thunder as well. I think that the Rockets are a solid defensive team, but the Thunder are a solid defensive and offensive team, and I think that's the difference in this one. I think it's probably, both these teams struggle to score points, but I think the Rockets struggle a lot more. I could see this one being 20 plus. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Thunder as well. like Jay said, if you can't beat them at home or you play your better basketball, what's going to happen when you go to OKC, where the Thunder are 17-7 against the spread as a home favorite this season? So the Rockets actually tied for the worst road against the spread record this year, 9-17-1 against the spread. So give me the Thunder. Big.
Who's going to be the new face of the NBA?
Luka. It's not even. I mean, you know what I mean.
Blazers taking on the Heat in the next one. Jay FaceTimed me yesterday. He got the new Scoot shoes. I don't think it's going to help. I don't think it's gonna help. Did you see the Scoot? Did Jay show you the Scoot shoes?
No.
The Scoot Hendersons. They're awesome.
Oh, he has his own shoe?
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
He's
with. Look like
You're gonna love these. You're gonna love. Don't give that look. Don't judge it before you've actually seen it.
I'm just saying.
I guarantee you on this one, you're gonna love it.
I'm just saying it's a Scoot Henderson shoe, huh?
Yes. It's with Puma.
You're gonna love this.
And it's a collab.
Okay.
You'll never guess who the collab is with.
Adele. Oh. Okay. All right.
You see where you go now? Chris is like, I see where you're going with this.
Okay, I see the path. Okay.
First, this was also in the bag.
Okay.
See, the Stuart says Scoot, Cheetos Scoot underneath that.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Per bag.
Okay.
Y'all know I love hot Cheetos, so I had to cop these, and then I thought it was good material. All right, for the reveal.
Okay, all right.
All right.
I like it because it's like I like the Cheetos tie-in. I don't like Scoot Henderson's affiliated with it, but
wow, what did he ever do to you?
But those are nice. I will say those are nice.
Some new hoop shoes. They were funny. They were like $100. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get them. And I thought the box and the stuff that come with them was pretty cool. Shout out Scoot, man. Unfortunately, I think he's out tonight, so he will not be in the Cheeto shoes tonight.
Chris, it's you on this one.
It's me.
No Scoot.
Yeah. I think Portland's going to scoot their way to a loss in this one, and Miami's going to get the cover.
8 in a row?
Yeah. Yeah, this one's...
Or was it 9 in a row? What are we getting?
It would be 8 in a row. And yeah, I think they get 8 in a row here. There's just no back. There's no backing the Blazers. I think they're getting Jimmy Butler back from suspension tonight. The Heat looked really good. Is it a lot more attractive to get the Heat in the underdog role? Absolutely, but the Portland Trail Blazers look like they've quit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think the Heat go on the road, get it done. Give me the Heat laying the points.
Heat for me too. The Blazers are ass. They're uninterested. They're done. Stick a fork in them. This injury report for Miami is ugly, and I am worried about them a little bit on the back end of a back-to-back. They did look good last night, and if Jimmy plays, I'm on the Heat. So give me Miami. We already know what me say. So y'all want to talk college hoops or what?
Yep. Good.
Nah, I'm playing. What you gonna say?
Well, the team that went to the NBA Finals 2 of the last 4 years representing the Eastern Conference. No Jimmy, no problem. You know? All it's just It's all coming together. It's everyone's worst nightmare. On the other side, it's the Warriors sneaking in. This side, it's the Heat letting them in the door. It's like these guys will ruin the party in a hurry. Done it. Been there, done that. It's almost too easy. Go to college hoops. It only took us 55 minutes to get through the NBA. That could be a record. Putting those bookmarks in. Everyone, if I don't put the bookmarks in, everyone goes nuts. If I do put them in, everyone says, awkward silence. It's like, can't have both. All right. Ooh, that was creepy. Awkward. Mm-hmm.
I think I saw a sign in the crowd that said, if there's no bookmarks, we riot.
Got Villanova taking on Georgetown, Big East. We got Syracuse taking on Virginia Tech and Clemson taking on Pitt, 2 ACC battles. We got the Big 12, Houston, Cincinnati, back to the SEC with Mississippi State, Kentucky, and LSU, Georgia. Got the A10, Fordham and George Mason. The MAC, Kent State, Buffalo, Ohio, and Akron. Back into the A10 with Dayton, Davidson. George Washington, UMass. St. Bonnie's, Loyola, Chicago. Back to the MAC, Central Mich, Ball State, Toledo, Northern Illinois, Bowling Green, Miami, Ohio. Eastern Mich, Western Mich, and the Big Ten, Indiana, Wisconsin. Got Sunbelt. Last week of the Sunbelt regular season, Texas State against Louisiana, Monroe. Oh, that's 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll just go through the sevens. Chris, any meat on the bone?
Oh, plenty of meat on the bone here for me. Give me Pitt plus the points against Clemson. I think Clemson probably wins that game, but Pitt's been so good on the road this season, 6-3, both straight up and against the spread. I think they can at least keep that game respectable, keep it close. It's going to be a battle there. I like Davidson plus the 9.5. I think Dayton wins, but I don't know. I just have this sneaking feeling that Davidson sneaks in the back door. They've played a lot of close games in conference play. I think 5 losses by 5 points or less. Dayton's the better team, but I think Davidson can find a way to keep it within that number. And give me Wisconsin. Laying the 4.5. Indiana, another team I just think has quit on the season. So give me the Badgers laying the points.
Jay?
Zip, zip. Them zips over Ohio. Ohio has played well in their last 2, but favored, stop it. The Zips are head and shoulders better team. Think they win that one. Give me Kent State. I'm gonna kick crap out of Buffalo. Off of back-to-back L's on the road to Ohio and Akron. I think they come back home and do what they do. Buffalo's straight ass. I kind of want to take Houston against Cincinnati. Houston, we know what they do at the crib. They go stupid, dummy, crazy. I know last game was their first game at home of the season, not winning by double digits. They get back to regular schedule programming tonight. They're going to kick the crap out of Cincinnati. I'm going to lay the points. Stomp down. Slide for me right there. What you like it, Mitch?
I like Cincinnati against Houston with the points. These teams know each other. They played in the AAC. Both of them came over from there. So I think Cincinnati's familiar with them. I think Houston wins the game. I just think it's too many points for me.
How many think they win by?
11.
All right. Fair.
I also like
How long ago did Houston come over?
this year. This is both the first year. Houston, BYU, UCF, and UCF, and Cincinnati.
Yeah, I guess I am true.
Football too. Both of them. All of them.
It just seemed like it was so much longer ago. Then.
Well, here's the thing about Houston and why they love to beat up on like Texas and why I bet so much on Houston when they played Texas is that Houston wanted to be in the Big 12 and like they wouldn't let them in forever, man. And they even pretended like they were going to let teams in. Remember when they didn't get in because they didn't have a championship game? We're going to let more teams in. And like none of the people from Texas even showed up at the meeting. Houston was mad. So it's like they finally get in and Texas is leaving. It's like take every chance they have to kick their asses in.
Fair.
I like them. I like the Zips too against Ohio.
The comments say they think somebody knows something. Do you think that's the case in this one?
In which one? The Zips?
Yeah,
I know something. I know Akron's going to kick the shit out of Ohio. How's that? I think that's what I know. I think that's one of those games. It's like the sharp chasers are all over Ohio, and it's like, yeah, I'll graciously accept your money. It's like we see these games all the time. So I've been monitoring the line movements, on so like a lot of people think like the sharp money and the line movements and all that stuff. I've been really monitoring the line movements over the last month on Don Best, which is the one, right? And it shows all of them. And I'll tell you this much. At the sharpest book in the world, Circa, and the Westgate, which is also one of the sharpest of sharp books. I have them all on my Don Best screen. It's about 50-50 when you see the line movement. It's about 50-50. When you see like the line's going up or whatever, about 50-50. And it's usually not the difference is not usually the movement in the line either. I think that's happened 0 times. And I can't tell you how many times the line's gone up and they've lost outright. Tons and tons and tons of times. So this is one of those games where it's like you could sit there and just lose your money on Ohio if you feel like it. But Akron's the better team. They're the best team in the MAC this year. They're going to the tournament. Someone knows something. Yeah, I know something. Let me tell you something. It's like the old Sega Genesis, Chris. The goal by Gretzky. Let me tell you a little something about Gretzky. It's like the next 15 minutes, there's rambling still. Texas State against Louisiana Monroe. Northern Iowa versus Valpo. Kansas versus BYU. Eastern Illinois versus SIU Edwardsville. Notre Dame Wake. I wonder if they'll storm the court in South Bend. FSU versus NC State. Texas Tech versus Texas. I got the snarky text from Romanelli when John Shire was complaining about the officiating. That was the best. It's like, who does he think he is complaining about the officiating? These guys get every call in the world, man. It's like Duke complaining about the officiating. It's like, oh my God, man. It's like me complaining that someone's show is too long. It's like Texas Tech against Texas. Got Arkansas against Vandy. Iowa against Penn State. Air Force versus Boise State. Wyoming versus UNLV. I still think Kevin Kruger, one of the worst coaches in college hoops. Fresno versus Utah State. Colorado State versus Nevada. And San Diego State versus San Jose State. Is there another like major conference in college hoops that has worse head coaches than the Mountain West? It's like they have good teams and they have 3 of the worst overall head coaches in college hoops, all congregated in one conference. All they need to do is get Mike White in there. It's all they need to do. Jay, you like any of these games?
Yeah, scrolling through. I'm on Tech against Texas. Texas just ain't the same team, man. They just not. Like, I don't know what it is. They just not. We know Texas Tech at home's a different animal. I think Texas Tech's the better team anyway. I think they win that one. I kind of like Iowa. Hawkeyes over Penn State. I've just come to the conclusion that Penn State is just straight ass. Yes, they've looked good in back-to-back games, but there's a reason why now they're 8.5-point dogs. They're going to get the crap kicked out of them. Do not play they beat them, so we beat. Don't play that game here. You can play it with Illinois. I'm not playing it. I'm trusting the Hawkeyes to do what I think they're going to do.
Rod will tell you. Rod will tell you something.
I know. I play it sometimes. Not today. Not in this.
Rod loves the we beat them and they beat you. He loves that.
So I'm gonna take Iowa in that one. That's what I like.
Rod always pulls that. We beat them and they beat you. Yeah, I think you can go with the straight in this one. You actually all you need is Richard Pitino to show up here, but you could fade Kevin Kruger and Steve Alford in the same conference parlay right there, taking Wyoming plus the points and Colorado State minus the number. And then I'll tell you, I like Utah State against Fresno State too. Fresno State's straight ass. They stink. They're going to get rung up in that thing. I also like, I agree with Jay on Texas Tech, but I have a little different angle on it. And that is that because Texas Tech is leaving for the SEC, that a lot of these schools that have considered Texas their rival are really, really showing up for these games. And they're chanting SEC in the crowd the whole game and everything. And it's a mess. And this one's going to be like that. This will be one of those games. Didn't like Chris Beard need to be like escorted, police escort when he was Texas's head coach when they played at Texas Tech? It was like a police escort to bring him in because it was like so rowdy. It was like they're afraid for his safety. And I thought like everyone in Texas just had guns, that no one was afraid for their personal safety. Just carry a big gun. It's definitely a gun state.
Most definitely. Can't leave the house without it.
It's probably why so few people have to use their guns in Texas. Because everyone's got one.
Just knowing that you have no idea if they have it on them or not, you just got to expect that everyone does. At least here. At least that's how we were taught.
Chris?
Okay, the three I'm going to go with here are Arkansas laying the points against Vanderbilt. The last time Vanderbilt didn't lose a game by double digits, you got to go back to January 9th. We've been getting crushed in every game since. Arkansas's figured it out in back-to-back games. And
just saying, Chris, they're ass.
Yeah, okay, they're ass. Arkansas is a team that made the Sweet 16 3 years in a row. There's still time to salvage something from this season. But
NIT team?
Probably. I don't know. They feel like a team that may get an NIT invite and just turn it down because it's just like.
What does that feel like? Is it like a squishy feeling? Is it like a firm feeling?
I don't know if I want to feel what that program's been going through this season. I'll tell you that much. Give me. I'm with you on Utah State, Fresno State. They're missing like. They're missing like their 4 top scorers. It's really bad. So give me Utah State and give me the under in San Diego State, San Jose State. I want to lean towards laying the points with the Aztecs, but 21.5 is a big number for a San Diego State team that hasn't been great at covering these big spreads all year long. I'd rather just take the under. I think they hold San Jose State under 50 points. I think Tim Miles might be on his way out.
Really?
I think so.
No way.
It's been bad. It's been bad for the Spartans
this year, but the other 2 years they were pretty good. It's not like it's not like they handed him the keys
I know. But
so if Tim Miles is on his way out, what about Gates at Missouri? Is he on his way out?
He should be.
Wow. There'll be people lined up to hire him.
Yeah, no, I know there will be. I'm saying it's it just feels like Missouri might be a little bit fickle. They made the NCAA tournament last year, and then you go from that to what they've had happen this year, and it's like, I don't know. Didn't they did the same thing with Conzo Martin, didn't they? He got a bad deal.
Quanzo Martin gets fired everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. But
he's been like with more teams than Edwin Jackson.
Hey, oh, easy. You're skating on thin ice there, sir.
All right, you good?
Yep.
All right, we skate on over to the NHL.
They clamoring chat. They going crazy.
What? What's going on?
They've been asking for the NHL all day.
All right, well, we got it. We got the Red Wings against the Capitals. We got old logo, new logo, up against the Sabres. We got Montreal versus the Coyotes on that 12-game losing streak. We got Flyers against Lightning. Go suck it. How many games we got? A dozen? Or is it 10? Or is it 10?
That's a dozen.
All right, so we'll go 2 more. We'll go Smudges against the Hurricane and the Hype Train versus Vegas.
I'm still on the Hype Train, man. Still on it. I'm not getting off. Not today. We already done talked about it. I'm not gonna steal his thunder. But I'm on the Hype Train tonight. My new team, the Maple Leafs. And I'm taking the Canadians, too. I'm fading the Coyotes' ass. I'm fading their ass. Fading. And I'll come back in a second. Mitch.
Chris?
Those are the two that I... Those are the two I was going to go because Jay knows my angle. The circle spot is next game to hammer the Coyotes as the Leafs win streak ends against Arizona and Toronto.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
But I think I'm also going to take a shot on the Capitals at plus money. Both teams are playing well in their last few games, and I think the Red Wings I'm not trying to lay minus 172 with this team or chase a puck line. I think the Caps are worth a shot at this price, so give me Washington the plus money.
I can't wait to cash that ticket on the Coyotes next game. I gotta fade the Hype Train next game, Mitch. We're gonna fade their ass next game. Any hockey for you, Mitch?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll go with the I'll go with the Red Wings on the puck line against the Capitals. Hockey's better when the Red Wings are good. Took us a while to get there, but we're there. Also, I'll take Vegas against the Hype Train. I'd also go puck line on that one as well, so double bet it.
He's hate.
I hate the Maple Leafs. They're like the Celtics, Maple Leafs. This is all all the same crap over and over again. Worst name in sports versus the Senators. Jets, Jets versus the Blues. Calgary Flames versus the LA Kings. The Avalanche versus the Star. The Canucks versus the Penguins. And the Sharks versus the Devils. Chris, you want to start it again?
Yeah, all right. We'll go with the Calgary Flames. The home teams won 5 straight head-to-head. Kings on the back-to-back have their less reliable option in goal and Cam Talbot, it looks like. Calgary's playing really well. Winners of 3 straight. I think Calgary gets it done here. Getting a better price with them. Let's give me the Flames. I Got to take the Avs to beat up on the Stars. There's something wrong with the Stars right now until they figure it out. I'm gonna have a hard time jumping on them, especially when the Avs have been so good at home, 22-6 at home this season. The Stars will figure it out. They'll be a tough team to knock out in the playoffs, but right now I think it's the Avs at a reasonable price. And give me the Canucks as well. Vancouver just really, really good at home. 20 wins in 27 games at home this season. The Penguins just really inconsistent, far too inconsistent for my liking to feel good about here. So give me the Penguins. Or sorry, give me the Canucks. Sorry, on the money line over the Penguins.
There's only like one huge dog I like today, and it's the Jets. I mean, the Blues against the Jets. Jets, Jets. They're gonna lose today. 2. The Jets, they've won both meetings this season. It's ugly. But I think that's really like the only one on the board today that I would want to take a shot on. I'm not taking it on the Sabres. It got to be the Blues. And the other one would be the Stars, but like Chris said, bro, I'm so done with them right now until they show life. So, and I ain't a crazy man enough to try to take the Sharks today. So, yep, give me the Blues. That's about it.
I like the Avalanche on the puck line in that one against the Stars, actually. I think that's the way to go. It's about that time. And I like the Canucks on the puck line, too. Parlay those together. You know, preseason baseball, we haven't really been looking at spring training too much. It's always tough because the thing about spring training that you have to remember is that the guys who start in these games, number one, you have split squads, right? I mean, that's number one. And number two, you have the guys that start don't usually play that long in these games. So it's like it makes it very, very hard. But I just think, you know, we should maybe do like a recap on spring training, just like take a look at yesterday's games and go. And we'll start maybe tomorrow because I think today's an interesting look at a lot of guys that are playing today. Grayson Rodriguez is going against Matt Manning. You got Zach Davies starting for the Senators, and so this one, the Detroit-Toronto game is especially interesting. You got Manoah pitching against Casey Mize, so that's really interesting because the Tigers, they get Casey Mize back in there, totally different team. Chris Sale making a start for the Braves today. Daniel Duarte on the Twins is going today. Adrian Hauser going for the Mets today.
It's almost back, man.
Zach Littell going for the Rays.
Yeah.
This is a good lineup. Frankie Montas is on the Reds now. He's going today. You know, hey, and Chris, if this ain't worth the price of admission, Ryan Feltner is going for the Rockies today against the Royals.
Hold me back.
Xavier Curry, we saw good things out of him in Cleveland. Jorge Kirby's going today.
Where's Curry?
He's in Cleveland.
Oh, he's still in Cleveland. Sorry, I thought you said he was somewhere else.
No. But Jorge Kirby going for the Mariners.
He back, Roof. Turn us up.
You see, he's in shape, man. He's looking really good.
Jansen Junk starting for the Brewers.
Don't touch my junk.
Eduardo Rodriguez starting for the Los Serpientes.
Oh, he ended up in Arizona.
Yeah, against the Rangers.
Yes, sir.
World Series rematch. And you Garbage up against Michael Wacha. The Royals got a split squad today, so they're twice as good.
Stop hating on my guy, man. That's my guy.
You suck.
We got some guys in action today.
No, I know. That's why I said we should be recapping a lot of this stuff tomorrow and like kind of just taking a look at like how these guys are performing through spring training because this is where you kind of find out how they're going to be in the regular season. Like back when I used to play fantasy, I mean, I picked up Chris Carpenter from a strong spring training. The guy won the Cy Young Award. It's like it happens. That's how crazy it is. But spring training, you can learn a lot about these players. You see the Panda? He lost like 100 to 200 pounds, man. Did you see it, Chris? You see him?
No.
Oh, you got to Google it. The Panda
really?
He's lost like 200 pounds. Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, I'm turned, man. That baseball around the corner.
Jay liked all those names, right? That's like totally.
Like a regular season card is what it sounds like.
Yep.
Everybody in action. Sheesh.
Yep.
Like you said, they're not gonna pitch. It's nothing crazy. Still bring spring training, but hey, it's around the corner, man.
They say that Pablo Sandoval is unrecognizable, man. The way that he looks. All right, well, it's parlay time.
Where'd he go? Where'd Pablo Sandoval go?
He's on the Giants.
No, I know, but I'm saying he disappeared. He's like half of him's gone. Damn. All right.
I got stomped down parlay for y'all boys today. Coming up. What you got for us, Roof?
Let's go. I'm gonna go hockey parlay today. Let's go Flames, Avs, and Canucks.
Birdcage. Stomp down parlay for me. We're taking all double-digit favorites in this parlay. Warriors are going to kick the crap out of the Wizards. Celtics, I think they're going to kick the crap out of the Sixers. Bulls, I think they're going to kick the crap out of the Pistons. So that's 3 in the NBA that are all double-digit favorites. Then we're going to come over to college basketball. We're going to make it a 4-teamer, and we're going to take Kent State to kick the living crap out of Buffalo. 4-teamer. Stomp down. And then if you're really feeling frisky, you can make it a 5-teamer and add Iowa because Penn State is ass.
Mavericks on the money line for me. Akron Zips on the money line.
Zip.
Wyoming on the money line. It's today's show. Got it all done. A lot of games today, and we even talked a bit about spring training. Got it done on an hour and 23 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Anyways, I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. You guys have a winning day. It's been special as always. Chris, Jay, what are you guys selling? Anything you got to say for yourselves today? I got a bunch of college hoops and NBA today per se. So get my long term.
Yeah, same here. I got a lot of plays on the board. 3 hockey, 4 NBA, and a bunch of college hoops as well. All in individual packages, but long term is the way to go.
NBA play of the day for me. I got a money-making 3-pack in hoops. Long-term folks got probably 1 or 2 extra plays in there as well across everything. So, like they said, long-term is the way to go. Pair us all up. Get all of what we all 3 got. Let's make some money on a money-making Tuesday.
All right. Make it a winning day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be Ron Romanelli with us talking sports. Romanelli hates the nicknames we give teams. Hates when we don't say the actual team name. Can't stand PFW Changs. And he also doesn't like the enunciation on God no web. Make it a winning day. It's gonna be a fun one.
Get over it.
Get over it. That's exactly what I have to say.